Well, I think that this might be the very final chapter. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's see what happens. Chapter 34. It was much later, when the sun was just a scarlet flare on the horizon, that Echo landed Cloudcatcher back on the deck of the Scarlet Margaret, to the cheers of the waiting crew. Echo took in their expectant faces. "Well," said Little, "did you manage it?" Echo nodded, unable to speak for a moment. "All three of them flew," said Horace. "We saw them. It was spectacular." "Well done." Lil flushed with pride. "I'm proud of you both. We all are, aren't we?" Another cheer went up from the rest of the crew, and Bulkhead lifted Echo onto his shoulders. Horace let out a squeal as he was hoisted into the air by Slingshot and Betty. "You're a true black sky wolf, Echo," said Lil. "You fought for good." Echo grinned from ear to ear as the black sky wolves marched down the main deck, where Spud and Skillet had arranged the tables in a ring set with candles and tankards of grog. She scrambled down from Bulkhead's shoulders and took her place at the table between Horace and Lil. "I'd like to raise a toast," said Lil, "to being a true sky pirate, to fighting for good, and to dragons," said Echo and Horace at the same time. Gilbert chirped in agreement from Echo's shoulder. "And to dragons." Lil raised her tankard. "To dragons!" The cheer went around the table as everyone clinked their glasses together. In the flickering warmth of the candle glow, they settled down to eat. "I'm afraid it's only grilled starfish and seaweed crackers tonight," said Spud. "That's all we have left from the store. There's nothing much to forage around here." Echo's grin slipped for a moment. "No food left? What would they do?" She turned to Lil. "We didn't get any of the gold, did we?" Lil shook her head. "No, they cleared it out by the time we got back into the caves." "I'm sorry." Echo's heart filled with guilt, and she twisted her hands together. "It's my fault. I shouldn't have." "You did the right thing," said Lil, "and that's what a true sky pirate does." She set down her fork and put an arm around Echo. "There'll always be more treasure to find. And in the meantime, starfish and seaweed with the daughter I love is fine by me." Echo felt her cheeks flush with pride, and she flung both arms around Lil and buried her head in her leather gurgan. She swallowed and pulled back. "But what about the cutlass of Calanthe?" Lil nodded grimly. "There's no changing things. Miranda has it, which makes her the leader of the Seven Skies." "Does she lead us?" Lil snorted, almost spitting her grog across the table. "No, she does not. But what will we do now that all the other six clans are one?" "I won't lie," said Lil. "Things are going to be a lot more dangerous with Miranda in charge. I really don't know what the future holds, but we'll manage," she said. "We always do. We're black sky pirates after all." Echo nodded. "Well, wait, that reminds me." Lil got up and marched over to the captain's quarters. She returned with something held behind her back. "The crew and I decided you earned this." She brought out a hat box and opened it to reveal an indigo wool tricorn. A wool tricorn is a pirate hat that has 3 points on it. A tricorn, 3 points. Echo's heart swelled with pride. Then she frowned. But where did you get a tricorn in the Dragonlands?" "Oh, I bought it a long time ago, Echo," said Lil. "I knew you'd earn it one day. It was just a question of time." Echo grinned from ear to ear as Lil placed the stiff woolen hat on her curls. It fitted perfectly. "So," Echo said shyly to Flora later as she speared a juicy char-grilled starfish with her fork, "am I a princess or a pirate now?" "Definitely a pirate," said Flora with a smile. "Definitely," agreed Horace. Through and through, said Lil. As the sky dimmed to violet, Echo couldn't help grinning from her place at the pot wash where she was washing up plates. She looked around the ship, taking in the crew's smiling faces. Lil was busy studying the sky charts, her cream plume on her tricorn bobbing as he spoke to Bulkhead, who frowned in concentration. Spud and Betty sloshed soapy water over the decks, with some help from Slingshot, every now and then breaking out into a mock sword fight with their mops. Flora and Horace had their heads together as they packed away the tables, and somewhere out there in the Dragonlands, the 3 baby dragons were flying, wild and free as they should be, singing the songs of the 7 skies and the story of how they've been forged in fire. Miranda might have the cutlass of Glenthea, and Echo hadn't brought back a single sovereign of the dragon's gold, but she was happy and she belonged. She was a sky pirate, and for the moment that was quite enough. All done! What an awesome story. Gosh, she did become a proper sky pirate at the end, eh? And the sky pirates have to do good, and that's what made her a good sky pirate. What a great story, Baba. Well, we'll have to find another book to start reading next. Okay, good night. What an amazing story. I really enjoyed it. Sleep well. I love you. Catch it. Okay, and one for me, please. I love you, Baba. Night.